Formula One goes into its second of 3 weeks in a row races. We leave Austin, Texas and come to Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So just 4 races remain on the calendar. Next week it's the final sprint race at Brazil in Sao Paulo. Then it's a 2-week break before Las Vegas for the first time. And the season rounds out 4 weeks from this weekend at Abu Dhabi at the United Arab Emirates. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen is world champion, 466 points. Perez now 39 clear of Lewis Hamilton, who's now ahead of Alonso in 4th. Sainz, Norris and Leclerc battling it out for 5th place in the championship, closely followed by George Russell. Piastri, Gasly and Stroll fighting it over for 11th place. On the second page, it is Esteban Ocon clearly ahead in 12th, followed then by Alexander Albon. Valtteri Bottas just with 10 points this season, a point clear of Hulkenberg and Tsunoda. Zhou is 17th after a run of poor races, the same as Magnussen in 18th. Lawson still the only AlphaTauri second driver with 2 points. Sargent now picks up a point for the first time in over 30 years in America, and last time out since Michael Andretti in 1993. Still no points for Nick de Vries, who's no longer in Formula One, returned to Formula E, or Danny Ricciardo as he continues his return. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead 706 points. They're already champions, but the battle for second is hotting up. Just 22 points between Mercedes and Ferrari. They're being challenged by McLaren, who are now clear of Aston Martin, who've slipped down to 5th place. Alpine have 100 points. Williams up to 7th place, impressively ahead by 10 points to Alfa Romeo. Haas only have 12. AlphaTauri, though, have 10. Let's take a look around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.674 miles or 4.303 kilometers. 71 laps ahead of us as well. A fantastic lap time. Pole time last year, a 1:15.875. Exiting the Forosol Stadium then and booting it hard at the last corner, the Mansell Peraltada. Open up the DRS and you're straight down towards turn number 1 on the start of the lap. 871 metres from pole position towards the first braking zone. The engine is singing as you're 2,000 metres above sea level. Down then already from 8th gear down to just 3rd gear. First braking zone, a runabout under the 100 miles an hour board. Turns 2 and 3 through the Mercedes Solana corner. Speed you up as well into the second DRS zone when you reach 8th gear towards the heavy braking zone for turn 4. A good opportunity for overtaking here as you slam on the brakes down to 3rd gear as well. Into the Record Rabac corner as well. The hairpin as well at turn 6 and sort of double barreled as well. Not really an opportunity for an overtake, but a great one. You through the curves as well. Turn 7, 8 and 9. 5th gear rising up to 6th gear as well throughout the exit as well. Keeping the speed through here is tricky. The car wants to dance around on you as well, spit you out, but when you get it right, and especially the 2022 cars, it's absolutely fantastic. Hurtling down towards Fernandez then, turn number 12, 8th gear down to 4th gear, and then you're into the Forosol Stadium. Over 80,000 people in this area. Give them all a wave as you hurtle through the gap between the middle where the players used to go through, and then you're back out through the Peraltada, across the line after 6th gear, rising up to 7th as you take the control line, and that is a lap around Mexico City. Seven days on then from the United States Grand Prix, Formula One makes its way to Mexico City. Hello everybody, welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. in the center of Mexico City. This Parkland circuit is both street and main road course as well, and it's been modified since we've been coming here since the 1960s. It really has been stop-start, 60s to 70s, 80s to 90s, and all the way to 2010s up until now as well. What could be the last year as well of a Mexico City Grand Prix. There's rumours that it's going off the calendar next year despite its place already being on. There's rumours going around that Sergio Perez could be leaving Formula One at the end of this season. A lot of rumours swirling around, a lot of atmosphere as well, but all eyes are on the main prize, and that is taking victory here. Yes, the Drivers and the Constructors' Championships are wrapped up, but as we saw last time out at the United States Grand Prix, the gap between Red Bull and the rest of the field, i.e. McLaren, Mercedes and Ferrari, is now much closer. We come to a circuit that is 2,200 metres above sea level. It's a low downforce circuit with low oxygen, meaning that we've got Monaco-style wings and Monza-style speeds. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Alongside me is Josh T and Omi. Megan's on her way to the commentary box to join us for this first session as well. Josh, starting with you. We've got 30 seconds, so hello, how are you? You all good?
Yeah, other than this is your reminder to check the temperature of your food before you put it in your mouth. As
Hot.
I burnt my mouth 5 minutes ago, so make sure to check the temperature of food. But yeah, it's going to be good, of course, with how high we are in altitude. Yep. It's definitely going to be a good one.
Omi, good evening to you. You've got 30 seconds of yourself. How are you?
Doing very, very well. Looking forward to this. My favourite practice session of the year because it has a lot of F2 drivers in it, so going to be really great.
It's going to be great. Let's pass over then to Natalie Pinkham to introduce us.
First practice session is up next, and that's followed immediately by the F1 show with practice 2 at 10:45. Saturday looks like this. Practice 3 at 6:15 and quali at 9, and then on Sunday, very sociable hours because the race started at 8 and we're on air at 6:30. Right, we've got 5 F2 drivers geared up for this session and a trio in the comms box too. Let's head up to them now.
Step before the medium C4 and soft C5, it will be a C4 test tyre that has been brought in for this session, but Step compounds for the first time this year to deal with the race strategy. Track temperature currently at 40 degrees Celsius, air temperature 22 degrees and 51% humidity, wind speed 3.9 kilometers per hour as well. It's a beautiful day here as we look down on the Forosol Stadium, former baseball stadium. They moved it further up the track when they reinvented this area of Parkland. Mexico love Formula One. More specifically, they love Sergio Perez. And Josh T, it's a great atmosphere to have as well. Looks great, looks fun, and I'm looking forward to a traditional weekend ahead of us. Normal practice can now resume.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, we're here in the land of Sergio Perez, even though Sergio Perez literally has a, a massive fan base at every single circuit we go to. And, well, last time out in Austin, all we could hear was Checo on the podium, and he wasn't even on the podium. So, definitely lots of love for Sergio Perez, but free practice one with 5 Formula 2 drivers.
Yep, quite a lot of F2 drivers coming in. You mentioned about Checo, them all cheering last time out. Interesting stat here I got from Alex Jakes. From 4 of 5 races at the start of the year, he was on the podium. Now, it's only 4 podiums in the last 13 races. A really bad start for Sergio Perez here. Morning, Omi. All set. Well, I say morning, evening here. It's 7:30. All set to go. How are you doing? You good?
Yep, doing very, very well indeed. Looking forward to this session, obviously with the F2 drivers also all coming in. And yeah, definitely going to be really, really interesting to see how the rest of this weekend is going to play out. But yeah, looking good.
Megan Birch joins me as well in a practice session, mainly because it's later on in the evening and she's got nothing else to do. Well,
I do have other things to do. It's just I think, well, I need to appear at some point.
Yeah.
Since it's likely I won't appear in a qualifying, given how late it is.
Yeah. So it may as well appear now before the race day.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of the start and the end, just how lazy you are. Anyway, hello, you missed...
I've got work to do and a presentation to write and an essay to write.
Yeah, but it's practice time. Everything stops for Formula 1. Don't you know that by now?
Not my uni work. I've also got a blog to kind of create.
Well, for the first time, I'm going to have to adjust our timing tower up here in the commentary box because it has actually got more names on it this year, including Théo Pourchaire. It's getting quite big. Yeah, it's quite several number of drivers. Yeah, Pirelli prototype tyre testing will be carried out throughout free practice in both sessions today. These tyres will carry no coloured sidewalls, but we don't know if the C4, C3 or C2. Only 90, it's quite funny actually, only a couple of drivers are appearing on the F1 delayed timing as the green light goes on and the session gets underway. That's because, as Josh T said earlier, 5 drivers are being replaced in this session. Théo Pourchaire is in, Isaac Hadjar, Frederick Vesti, Oliver Behrman and Jack Doohan all getting FP1 runs as pair of the rookies. And for the first time, Isaac Hadjar in a Formula 1 car as well. And for the first time, Oliver Behrman, the 2 rookies making their appearances, Megan. And it looks quite good. Hadjar from Formula 2, the Frenchman getting around the AlphaTauri. I think he is, if I'm not mistaken, he's replacing Yuki Tsunoda in this session, as Danny Ricciardo and Nick de Vries already had that car sorted out, as well as Lawson.
Let's hope that they do well and enjoy it.
They've got the time. This becomes AlphaTauri's, what, 5th driver this year as well? Now does Isaac Hadjar. It's getting quite funny, isn't it, Omi? But we've seen him in F2 this season. Hadjar's a very fast driver and still got 2 rounds left.
Yep, absolutely. Very, very fast from the Abu Dhabi, the final round of the F2 season as well. But yeah, Isaac Hadjar, a very, very quick driver. Hasn't really shown it too much this season, but definitely impressed on Formula 3 has.
Ted's down. Sorry, no Ted this weekend, so Bernie Collins.
Above the garage, as we see, and hopefully I'll be fit to keep an eye on things that are happening through the pit lane for you this weekend.
Bernie, are you expecting more running than we'd normally get in FP1 because we've got those extra tyre sets to test?
Yes, I think you are expected to see more running through this session. The tyres will be more useful in the P2 session, but like we've discussed so many times, drivers really need to get on top of the grip that's here this weekend. They have to get a feel for that low downforce setup. They have to figure out how they're going to, through the runs, get the temperature into those tyres to get them working.
And I'm going to set you your first task of the weekend, Bernie, as we watch Fernando Alonso. Is he running the new floor from Austin, or the old floor that he went back to for the race? What has Lance Stroll got on the car, and what are Aston Martin saying about those new upgrades? If you could find out for us, that would be absolutely fantastic. And we meant...
Okay, so Fernando Alonso's already had something out there on the circuit. Look at the aero rigs as well, Megs. It's kind of whisked at the side of Alonso.
Oh, I hate those things.
Aston have gone backwards, haven't they, a lot this season? Do you know they're down to 5th in the Constructors' Championship now? They were 2nd, and after the opening round, they led the Constructors and then never gone down.
Not a good time for them.
Pourchaire.
The pedal feels strange. As soon as I have the alarm on the dashboard, the pedal is longer.
Okay, do your best for now, keep going.
So Pourchaire is hitting trouble already then, coming in back into the pit lane just 3 minutes into this run as things stand. But I don't think we should be too concerned, Josh. We saw both Alfa Romeos having problems at Qatar and they were fixed within, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, definitely. Alfa Romeo are definitely good at fixing problems, I can say that. But how good is it to see Oliver Behrman in an F1 seat? He's been performing in F2, and I believe it's Behrman's rookie season in F2.
Yeah.
And absolutely amazing for Behrman, and absolutely amazing. And here is Oliver Behrman out on track in the Haas.
Yeah, Omi, we've seen him doing an amazing run this year. Dominated the Baku weekend with practice, qualifying, sprint and feature race domination. He is a talent of the future and a half, isn't he, Oliver Behrman?
Yeah, definitely. And Prema are going to be absolutely rapid next year with Andrea Kimi Antonelli as well. Being confirmed now as the rumours appeared in Monza. Now we've got it fully confirmed here as well. But Behrman most likely going to be in the seat. That's also most likely almost confirmed as well, but we're still waiting for the official confirmation. But Behrman, yep, really strong in F3 last year as well. Really performed incredibly well, close to the title. Then we obviously had the mess at the end where we thought he could be the champion, as we thought a few drivers could be at Monza. But Oliver Behrman performed really, really well. He's picked up 4 wins in F2 this season, so definitely a great talent. Obviously, the most we've seen in F2 would be Charles Leclerc, who took 7 in only one season, and his rookie season by Charles Leclerc. But yeah, definitely a really great talent Oliver Behrman is, and it's great to be seeing him right now in the Haas.
Just on a lap time, Behrman, a 1:27.028. Sergio Perez, Mexico's home boy, goes a 1:23.935. Piastri is beaten down immediately, though, with a 1:23.853. So there's 82 thousandths between them. Here is Oliver Behrman. F2, Prema this year, currently in 6th place. Last year he was in F3. Prema racing 3rd place, he managed there. He was the 2021 Italian Van Amersfoort Racing champion as well in Formula 4, as he's locked up going into turn 4 and 5. And 2020 as well, he was the ADAC Formula 4 USA champion as well, UAE champion, sorry. And this is another problem now. Isaac Hadjar coming into the Forest Stadium, just having a little bit of a look. He's got, I'm trying to find out where he is actually. He's got behind him on the board, he's got Vesti, Behrman right there, so they're all just hanging around. Vesti is in at the Mercedes garage, remember. Ferrari were supposed to run a Friday driver, but they decided not to this weekend, so that's the best we're going to do it. Here's Hadjar.
I haven't installed, mate. I haven't installed.
Oh, that explains why he's going slowly there, Omi. Anti-stall coming back into the pit lane. And these are massively different from Formula 2 cars. The step up is massive.
Yeah, absolutely. Super Formula actually being a bit more close. You ended up being able to watch from the pit wall, but not liking a few of the issues that a few teams are having, because obviously the rookies would really want to be driving most of the session, but Pourchaire's had to come in, and so is Isaac Hadjar now as well for AlphaTauri.
Thanks, Megs. Megan's messing around with my mute button. I started talking. The clear radio.
By Aston Martin, the cars.
A slight strange noise on our full throttle, like metal noise. Just for your info. Understood.
Yeah, Megan's messing around with my mute button as well.
Fireworks.
Fireworks above us. Well, you can hear. You've got an earphone off. I can't. No, don't. I've just got my hearing. Yeah, okay, now Megan's just taken my headset off. You come in for one practice session, you destroy my headphones, you make me cough on air. What have you done? You've rotated the ear cup around. You're never coming back on a practice session again, Megan. You're a liability in this commentary box. And now you just punched me in the face.
Well, you accidentally did it yesterday.
Right, yeah, uppercut as well with an elbow.
Yeah.
Right, can we get
I'm
back
fine.
to it? Yeah.
They accidentally hit me earlier too.
Yeah, but those buck teeth.
It was a sign.
Oh,
Wow.
whatever. Verstappen can't beat
Oh, that's a
Albon
big
though
one.
with a 1:22.466. So it's Albon, Verstappen, Perez 1, 2, 3, Ricciardo 4th, Sainz 5th. So that's all Red Bull drivers inside the top 5 at the moment.
You put this fan on, right?
Verstappen
Yeah. Yes,
had a purple sector 1.
he did.
And didn't pass Albon.
28.589. Yeah, I don't want it on my feet. That's why it was over there.
I want it in mine. There's a lot of fireworks.
It's because it's bonfire night next week.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
Sunday, actually. And we're commentating 4 till 6. Yeah. I think it's 4 till 6 anyway with the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Josh T, you'll probably know those times better than me.
I will check once I am free.
Let's go on then.
All right. So, I can't hear your word you're saying now.
For future reference, Zara Wednesday day when you watch these back and praying you're not born on bonfire night.
Yeah,
Your father hopes so then.
elder sister going into labour.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. Morning, Kellyanne. Morning, evening, Kellyanne.
You'll probably watch this when she's, well, being kept up at 2
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Albon's the fastest then from Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Sainz, Piastri, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Zhou, the top 10, Ocon, Sargent, Stroll, Behrman, Vesti, Alonso, then it's Pourchaire without a time, as well as Doohan, Hadjar, Norris actually last.
5.
5. Count the time back, Google doesn't, so it's 4. This is one of the AlphaTauris down the straight, I presume it's, whoa! Piastri saying there's something metal on the start-finish line. He's right. Something flew off one of the AlphaTauris. Anybody see which one?
Nope.
Go on.
I mean, Ricardo's been on the circuit, so maybe him.
Yeah, because
Yes,
anti-stall.
because Hadjar has the problem.
Yeah, it's Ricardo. Ricardo's still circulating. He's just been passed by Verstappen. Yeah, whether that's changed or not, I don't know. So it's still 5 o'clock. Okay.
I'm praying both for Kellyanne's sake and for us that Zara is one before bonfire night.
That means we can't do forest after 7. That's going to be annoying. Anyway,
We could do them earlier.
it will get dark earlier.
Does it will?
I don't know anymore. Albon top 1:22.419 in this pretty useless first practice session actually with so many out of position. Practice 2 later on is going to be the main run, and many of them coming through now as well. As Sainz goes a little bit wide. Go on, Justin.
Race is 5 p.m. start. Lights out.
Don't know if we've got the hour back yet though. That's the thing, whether or not it's timed
That
already.
is true.
So we don't actually know what it is. Sainz across the line, and there is something that is very. I'm surprised they haven't thrown a red flag actually, because there is a large piece of metal right on the start-finish line, just off the racing line. Verstappen does a 1:21.858, and Omi, we've seen this before, haven't we? Bahrain last year, practice 1, they threw a red flag when there was a problem. I'm surprised we haven't seen one now. We've got a yellow flag, however, now on the circuit.
You got something.
Yeah.
I will
Green
do
again.
my maths and confirm.
Yellow flag at turn 1. It's off Hadjar's car, apparently. So DRS enabled. We've gone green again, so green flag's back out. So it is off Isaac Hadjar's car, we're being told by Chris Maitland. Sainz was off track, continues to turn 1. We just watched him go off the circuit as Perez goes by. Little fact about Max Verstappen this weekend, that I think you might find interesting, Megan, as well, is the fact that he's got provided extra security in order to make sure he's not attacked by any of the fans because they blame him for Checo's recent poor performance this season, and Sainz having problems across turn 1.
the car.
Oh.
Hydraulics. I will try and make it back. I have no power steering. Sorry, Checo, but I have an issue with the car.
Yeah.
So everyone's having problems this morning.
I'm pretty sure that the reason why Checo's having such a bad season is because it's luck of the draw. And I'm sorry, folks.
We're gonna
blame that.
put on Sky Sports quickly because we're hearing something outside the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the lights. Can't change gear. No power steering. Yeah, it's tough,
It certainly is.
especially if you get in a high-speed corner.
So
when
he's
it
going to
actually
take the
goes.
shortcut here. Joe Granu will see him coming back onto the track again. And we'll, I think, just keep out of his way a little bit and let him get back into the pit. Well, that's not good for Ferrari. Big hydraulic issue for Carlos Sainz. As I mentioned, not here, not feeling particularly well yesterday.
The clutch won't work either, will it? So he's just going to have to hit the brakes hard.
I don't see how he's going to...
Oh, it did.
He's going to do like that, Karim.
He's in 4th gear, you can see on the dash there. And actually, he's done well, hasn't he, to get the car back into the pits. You know, hopefully, if it's an electronic thing rather than a hardware issue, maybe they can get him back out in this session.
Checo. Yes, purple sector 1. They'll be going crazy out there.
It's another driver Jensen's rooting for this weekend. I don't think you're the only one rooting for Sergio Perez this weekend either. Let's have a little look at this lap then as through the wonderful SS section he goes.
Something's happened.
What do you see, Lando, or what do you feel? We'll check.
Wow, just look at the revs, mate. It's like the throttle got stuck on or something. Over-revved like hell.
Strange. There's a lot of strange issues out there at the moment, but not for Checo.
No, on the medium top.
Yep, Checo's coming across the line and does a 1:20.1596, goes fastest. There's been loud banging outside our commentary box, and the reason, let's have a nice video.
It was revving into the limit cells.
Yes, we see it and understand it. We're happy to continue.
Norris having problems too then, so everyone's having problems out there, but yeah, there's the cheer for the Mexicans to Checo, but it's the fireworks.
Yeah, because it's near fireworks night, there's displays going around all the time around our area, so probably be a frequent thing.
So if you hear it over our microphones, we do apologise. Let's have a listen to Lando Norris coming out of the pits.
There.
Almost like he can't get in gear, look, he's stuck in neutral.
It sounds like it's getting caught in something, it just won't budge.
It won't get in gear, so Lando's stuck in neutral. He's got going now.
It is 5 p.m.
So
what I can...
2 seconds, this push it.
Save your shoe, guys. Okay, save your shoe. Copy.
So Pocher having issues now with the brake pedal going really long.
Something tells me he'll be in Formula 1 within the next few months.
Is it the altitude, 2,200 metres above sea level?
It could be, because it could be affecting the systems.
Yeah.
And the downforce is mediums.
Really,
I think it is. We always have trouble.
I'm really glad, by the way, Sky didn't go to another break while we're in there. Hi, Lando. I'm your Mexican #1 fan. Can you please take a photo with me? Sunday, it's my birthday. It's my only wish. Have a good one. Lando will see that, and Lando will do it because Lando is Lando. And Lando's flying it through the S's section right now as well, down towards turn 12 at Fernandez. Down from 8th gear all the way to 2nd gear. He's got traffic ahead of him, though, and that's Alexander Albon. Sorry, Esteban Ocon.
Imagine if he
he's off track. Got dragged off the track by Ocon. Ocon's really affected him.
Imagine if he gets him a podium or wins on Sunday, he'll go back and take another photo.
Yeah. You're never allowed to leave anywhere now. He was part of the Lando tribe coming into it. Norris off track at turn 12.
Yeah, I'm going to speak really loudly because that display is getting more constant.
Really is. Hang on.
Big one.
Let's hear from Lando then. Look at that, just gets completely blocked by Esteban Ocon. Hopefully it's not coming over because of the noise and the
I am going to check, actually.
And Verstappen locking up, coming into the braking zone as well. So
I heard that.
Yeah.
That was specific. I'm going to keep talking loudly. I'm going to mute myself now, and Joshua can continue to talk loudly.
Really is actually getting quite loud out there. If we just turn our mics down, if we just turn the feed down, and oh wait, no, not even working now. I was hoping we were going to try and hear it. But I turn the microphones up, and when it starts going boom boom, we'll let you hear. But it's quite loud in this commentary box.
It is. The thing is, given that the race is on Bonfire Night, not this one, obviously the one after, it's going to be non-stop.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Here, trying to commentate on that one.
I'm not.
Well, look, I can't hear them that well with my. If I've put 2 earphones on because it's surround sound, but you only have 1 ear.
Yeah, so I can really, really hear them. They are loud.
Yeah, not at the moment though, thankfully. Coming into it. A little bit of a kick there from Jack Doohan, the F2 driver. There's still a bit of debris on that start-finish straight, so it hasn't moved anywhere. So why we saw yellow sector 3 must have been for Carlos Sainz running off the track. It's the one that fits the bill, but Doohan 20th at the moment as he begins his time on the medium compact tyres. I suppose as well, Omi, with Doohan, he's part of the Alpine Driver Academy and he is fast, but he needs to be consistent going forward. He hasn't had that.
Yep, absolutely, and he's got company now as well, with Kush Mady also being mentored by Mika Hakkinen. But let's head down to the pit stop.
Bernie.
Figure out where exactly that leak appears to be coming from. Definitely at this stage looks more than just an electronic or a sensor issue. Quite hectic work to try and get it done. And at top of that, when Charles Leclerc came in and stopped in the pit box there, did something very unusual. He sort of held the engine at very high revs, almost like he was getting ready to launch the car, and then didn't, just shut it off again. So potentially an additional test they're doing on the other car just to check how that engine's operating at this high altitude.
I did see reports that Ferrari had considered some engine changes for this weekend.
I'm starting to think they might do that as well because it's just getting worse and worse, isn't it?
I've checked and you can't hear
that's
fireworks.
good. So Sainz has a water problem. Norris has got something wrong with his gearbox, and Piastri's got issues out there as well with power steering. We've got no power steering for Sainz with hydraulic issues. It's all going wrong, Omi, at the moment, isn't it?
Yep. Absolutely is. Isaac Hadjo was having issues earlier. He goes into 9th position. But yeah, Doohan as well. He is a really, really fast driver, is Jack Doohan. But consistency sometimes can also be an issue as well. So he has really got to perform in F3. He was solid in his second season there as Albon into second once again. But he was very, very consistent, was Jack Doohan in his second season. Obviously, also took his team to the Constructors' title Trident that year, and we also had the famous words.
Oh, looks like we're not going to hear those famous words. We've lost him. Oh, there we are. So you have to. Yeah, hello. You froze there. Omi, you have to say it again.
Oh yeah, the famous words. What was it? Oh, now I've forgotten. Oh wait. Oh, I draft for myself. There we go. Now I got mixed up. Right,
We'll
okay,
never
I draft
know.
for myself. There we go.
Oh, we only got
After the rain.
It's all getting worse, isn't it? Coming into it. Piastri on the time then. Green track out here, very dirty. It's going to take this session to rubber up. Fastest time we saw here last year with the pole time, 1:17.777. Set by Max Verstappen. At the moment, it's a 1:20.245. Albon's 4,000 seconds off the pace at the moment. Only doing theirs on the medium tyre at the moment. Those running the Pirelli test tyre, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Sainz, Hadjar, Hamilton, Sargent, Hulkenberg and Vesti. Explains why they are going to be slightly off the pace compared to Verstappen and Albon. We don't know what that test tyre is, whether it's a soft tyre, a medium tyre or a hard tyre. We understand it could be C4. But nothing's exploded onto our timing screens just yet. Piastri's gone fourth, and Norris goes fourth. Piastri goes ahead of him into fourth position with a 1:28.44. Bernie's at Ferrari.
He's been much more positive than he was this morning in the van on the way to the track. On that note, I think he denied knowing me at one stage.
I heard that conversation too. How does it feel to be reunited with your former driver this weekend?
Well, it's very interesting because you're in a very different position to you were back then, and yeah, it seems like a long, long time ago. We've both learnt a lot, both matured a lot, and very complimentary. So thank you, gents. It's lovely to be working with you again as well.
Oh, thank you, Bernie. I'm blushing.
You are. I think it's great to have you both here together.
Thank you. I did pick her up on the tee this morning, though. She's, I mean, Bernie's amazing at understanding, you know, what the cars do at altitude in terms of less downforce, and they get hotter. But she couldn't work out that her tea wasn't boiling this morning, which I reminded her is because we're at altitude. So there you go, Bernie. Said nice stuff about you, but hit it hard at the end.
Oh dear, so the tea wasn't boiling. You can't have unboiling kettles, can you, at altitude? I don't know.
That'd be bad. That bug I flicked away, I'm very worried I accidentally swallowed it, though I think that's hard to do. You do.
No, it's the fan getting to the back of your throat. It's the
Yeah,
dry-
there was a bug crawling on my arm.
It's the dry ear in the commentary box, Megan. You're fine, don't worry.
Don't fancy eating bugs.
Coke? So Stroll down in the middle sector on his overall time at the moment. It is 32.323, massively off the pace. We'll have to find something.
I think I want some now.
What?
I'm so suggestive. I kind of want
If you need a sip, have a sip. As Verstappen still fastest, there's Felipe Drugovich wishing that he got a chance in that car rather than the useless of Lance Stroll. Could be in the car next year, fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Jack doing into the braking zone. Into fourth, a little bit of a snap, controls it nicely. Yeah, I mean, have your things changed about Lance Stroll recently at all, by any chance?
What do you mean by changed? I always had the same thing about him, which is exactly what you think.
Yeah. Shouldn't be in Formula One.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only there because Daddy's mine.
Well, you know how I am. Well, you know how I am with drivers that don't perform. So, you shouldn't. That isn't a question you need to ask me. You should know the answer to that already.
That's true. Here's Butcher.
Same issue.
Copy, then we'll need to box again this lap. Box.
Third time then. This issue has cropped up for Théo Pourchaire, and he is back into the pit lane with problems. And fingers crossed he'll get that sorted. Going forward, Josh T. I don't know what Megan's up to. Josh T. Come in. This is frustrating now for Sauber. Well, Alfa Romeo really. Constant problems in Formula One at the moment. And it's not a good sign that this is their new technical package as well. That's coming as an update in the last 3 races. Each one, they've had problems with it.
Yeah, definitely. There's George Russell, of course, but with Sauber, they've got.
Sorry, there was Toto Wolff surrounded by ex-Formula One drivers and George Russell. You had Jerome D'Ambrosio, Toto Wolff, Mick Schumacher, then you had George Russell. It was quite funny. And Toto's a driver as well, let's not forget. So it's quite funny there.
Drivers convention.
Go on, back to you, Josh.
But Sauber have had a lot of problems, and it's quite annoying for the drivers, especially drivers coming in just for that 1 hour and not getting out there. Poor Chairs only had like a couple of laps, and they've all been out laps and then in laps because the problem's still there. Guan Yu Zhou is also in the pit lane as well.
The post-season test, which is the young driver test, but half the drivers in there, actually some of them's full-time F1 drivers as well. Do you think we should just knock that on the head and say, look, you've got to share the car. Each different session you have has got to be a different driver?
Yeah.
Because there's 4 sessions in a day. Well, there's 2 sessions in a day, isn't there, across the 2-day test. That's 4 sessions. That's 4 hours where you could have drivers having a go.
At each other?
Yeah. Someone to get the axe.
Good time.
Or in Lewis Hamilton case, the Sander, as he was. We haven't talked about it much actually, but it was breaking news on the Sunday evening that both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc were disqualified from the United States Grand Prix. Oh, give up, lad.
What the hell is he trying to do? What?
Oh, do you know, it's so pathetic, young.
He looks like he's trying to make out with his shirt.
It's so pathetic. The Andrew Tate generation that he's influenced as well. The boys who act like tough men. It's so pathetic. Grow up, lad. Grow up. Honestly.
I'm glad none of my friends are like that.
It makes me sick. He was kissing the Mercedes logo with the 4 on it for 44 Lewis Hamilton. Yeah,
It's not a cross.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Lewis Hamilton is not a god.
Yeah. I swear, if there's a church erected for him, oh my.
Team LH is more like a cult, but honestly, grow up.
Same thing.
Have passion, but don't do cheesy things like that. Oh. Ugh. It's like last time up, that lady who was putting her hand up in the... Did you see this?
No.
There was a lady in the grandstand. It was Lando Norris in second and Lewis Hamilton third. She was a Hamilton fan. And there was a McLaren fan standing next to her. And when Lewis passed Lando, she went all of that and put a hand up in the face as well.
I'm pretty sure that's a violation of their personal space.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
Was it in a threatening way?
No, it was in like a gloaty way. A stereotypical reaction.
Why does this woman strike me as being a Karen?
I wonder what she's thinking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I did actually think about it because I made a point of that. I'd hate it. And why is it only we ever see Lewis Hamilton fans doing that? Why do we never see Checo fans doing that? Or
weird
Max?
that the Max fans are just chill. Chiller than the Lewis ones. The chillest fans are weirdly Lando's.
They are, yeah. Were you on social media in 2021 when Max and Lewis were at war? The Max fans versus the Lewis
they were
fans?
only briefly. That was me beginning to understand what social media was about.
Yeah, hell. Literal hell. I want to say hello to Edgar, who's back with us this weekend. Nice to see you again. Back in the chat, Edgar. And greetings from Mexico. Greetings from the UK. Hopefully you're all okay. And nice to have you back this weekend for your home race. But yeah, I don't like how it's always just Max fans we see. Can we please see... Yeah. Can we please see other fans doing that, please? That's all I want. To come into it.
How about no fans?
Yeah. Concentrate on the track action. No fans, just concentrate on the track action. That's something that I'd like to see.
And that's especially not focused on the Lewis fans.
Yeah. So, it's Verstappen top from Albon second, with Leclerc third. The top three, actually, Megan, separated by 52 thousandths of a second. So, that's... It's quite astonishing, actually, how they're so close. 122.45, 122.49, 122.97. You're a stats mathematician. That's got to satisfy you.
It does.
You'd like to know that the entire field is separated by 716.908 seconds. According to this timing screen. We'll put it on the battle screen, actually, so you can see. Look, the gap between it's 716.908, according to that monitor. So, yeah. Quite funny. It's funny. Would be funny.
Huh?
You just zoned out, sat here.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at your cable?
Because I need to straighten.
Yeah, Megan, I just like to point out, look at mine. Perfectly straight after 5 years of use. You've twisted it, you've tailed it and everything because you just put it down and pick it back up again. The cable,
as most people do.
Yeah, well, I make sure that mine's always perfectly straight and narrow. You, on the other hand, just go like, and I'm on.
I'm sorry we're not all so panicky about our cables.
Megan hates my headset as well. She honestly does, and she hates it for a reason. Do you know what that reason is? One, it's loud, and two, the ear cups are knackered. They're completely ripped apart, broken. Megan's has had hers, 3 seasons? No, 2020, 21, 22, 23. 4 seasons now you've had those, and not a mark on them. I've had them 1 year longer than you, and they're destroyed, and have been for a couple of years
If
now.
it helps, my normal headphones are like yours.
Ah, okay. It does help slightly. How about your ear cups, Omi and Josh, too? Go on.
They've removed a bit on the main straight.
Have we moved? What?
What?
No, has the debris moved on the main street?
I think it has a little bit, hasn't it? It's been shifted. I thought so. I tell you what, is Hamilton just come back into the pits? Yes, he has. That's annoying.
Is it being followed by a parade of people?
We'll have a look and see that main straight. Who's coming down through that main straight? Lando Norris. He'll be the closest. Let's take a look at him on board.
What normal person shoves their hand to a stranger's face?
Oh, Lando's just left the pit lane. Yeah, that was weird. It was actually really disturbing. I don't know why she did it.
It makes me think Lewis's fans would go to very shocking measures.
They do.
Yeah, though the things I'm imagining they do for him, it is bordering on cult.
It is a cult. Bernie.
The moment Alonso sat in the car patiently waiting, but a lot of confusion, it looks like, on the face of the mechanics, if anything. They're trying to figure out an issue. There's a lot of looking from the rear up into the centre of the car. There's some engine guys involved as well, so it's not clear to me, even just looking at the people around, whether it's engine or bodywork related, but quite a lot going on, a lot of investigation, and the odd run into the back of the garage to get another tool or piece of equipment.
Yeah, and Fernando's still sat in the car whilst the mechanics are working away. Thanks, Bernie. We'll be back with you in a while. Here.
Thank you, Bernie. What is Megan laughing at in the comments box?
The Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Team LH, a borderline cult made up of unhinged F1 fans.
Fans, as I was putting out in commas.
The Urban Dictionary. I'm not saying that is what the Urban Dictionary has defined Team LH as. That is literally what they have defined it on. Go and see for yourselves, because that is what they have been defined as.
Amy, you've got your phone up? You got your hand
Okay, that is, yes, I can confirm.
Oh God, I've got my glasses on. A borderline cult made up of unhinged Formula 1 fans first started watching F1 in 2014 when Lewis Hamilton had a car 2 seconds quicker than the rest. Very minimal knowledge. It's just about stretches to knowing the name of Hamilton's teammate. Extremely delusional. Have an incredible way of being blind to any point of view that they don't agree with / doesn't favour Hamilton. Okay.
That is the Urban Dictionary's literal term for that. If you go into any dictionary that's been updated, like within the last year, it probably has that in it.
Team LH is in it.
I mean, I don't know. It's on the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, but a lot of things on the Urban Dictionary that are not safe for broadcast. NSFW? Not safe for work? Yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah. I can imagine the 17 dislikes are from Team LH.
So, as they continue in, and Lando Norris in that sector at the moment looking quite strong. Having a delta time actually just a little bit off the pace with many other sectors as well. Looking stronger at the moment with a delta time. Oh, Lando goes fastest. Yeah, let's look at that, 8,120. Yeah, so it's a 120.237 on the soft compound tyre. So again, a little bit of a delta strong between them as they'll have their attack back. Perez though, fastest first sector, 28.104. So he's having the time that goes back. And he's got a bit of traffic there, Josh. So go on, Amy.
Yeah, poor chair. I was saying on the radio, he's got the issue again. Same issue again. Oh, Verstappen. Over 5/10 as well.
Yeah.
Perez is a little bit off in the middle sector. Go on, Josh T.
Yep, here comes Perez. He goes fourth for a 120.263, a purple sector 1, a yellow sector 2, and a green sector 3. But until Verstappen went top by half a second, 0.519 to be exact, the top four were separated by 60 thousandths of a second, 600ths of a second, and they still are second down to fifth, 600ths.
So Isaac Hadjar with aero paint on, going a little bit off the circuit.
Well, the green machine, as it is half of the car is white, half of the car is green. So is the car being hulkified of Isaac Hadjar? Let's hear from Verstappen.
I need to borrow something between my feet, which is loose. Yep, understood. Box.
Because if the FIA really believe in their...
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that Verstappen is not happy about. He's been blocked by Carlos Sainz at the moment. But Verstappen is a 1:19.718. He's gone faster than Norris on the delta time.
It's going to be Carlos Sainz. He absolutely loves impeding people.
Wi-Fi's come back on for some reason. But it's not, so it's confusing everything. Got to turn off the auto join on the iPad. Sorry, it's all fingers and thumbs at the moment, trying to get all this sorted because we've lost our data signals. coming to the commentary box as well. It's one of those things that happens. 22 minutes to go then. The two McLarens. Oh no, that's Ferrari just behind them actually, and that would be of Carlos Sainz going into turn 4. He's 2 tenths down in the first sector, Megan.
They literally have an Instagram account.
Oh yeah, they'd have everything. Honestly, had everything. Ocon still 1:29.21. Feel like we'll get a bit of tact if we continue the Asajj venting of Team LH. But Omi, I want to get your point on that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, they're really at it. Our Team LH all the time. Why can't they be like other fans?
Yeah.
As well, we just wish. But yeah, unfortunate for Teo Porcher. He keeps having issues, keeps going out and back in again and again and again. So let's hope that he can, that whatever the issue is, get sorted and he can go back out. As Sainz over the line goes to 6th in what will be most likely a bad weekend for Ferrari, which is why I'd rather them do the engine change and just sacrifice this weekend completely.
How to spot a Team LH fan? Well, it's fairly simple. Ask them who won the 2013 championship.
Oh my.
That was mean.
Team LH literally did Lewis's version, 1985.
Look,
You
Taylor,
didn't own the year!
Taylor's version 1989 came out today again, and you've got your soundtrack. Behrman running off the track a little bit there at turn 12. It hasn't been flagged by the steward yet, though. But I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I've heard Wildest Dreams and Blank Space, but I haven't heard any of the bonus. Actually, no, I have heard one of it, but you can't say it on air. It begins with an S. So I'll have to listen to that again. I'm hoping it's nice. So, you know, just to talk about Taylor Swift for a little bit, do you know the only issue she's got left now is to reclaim her name and her reputation. She's literally planned that to perfection. I think it's perfect. I want her to do Reputation next, and then I want her to do Taylor Swift as the last one. That's a better one in my opinion, to do Taylor last. Yeah. Hamilton's up to 8th though on those soft tyres. He's off the Pirelli development and he does a 1:27.24. So he is 1 second, 1.006 off the pace at the moment of Max Verstappen with 20 minutes to go in this first practice session for the Mexico City Grand Prix. I must say, Omi, what's your take on it so far? Are you happy that we've got a normal weekend here in Mexico, or are you missing the sprint format where the practice one was like the only time we had? Because I don't know yet. It's going to be it's filtering back in if to have 3 hours of practice. I still say 3 hours of practice is too much.
Yeah, I agree. Where that one does feel very weird as well, because we still got 2 more hours as well after this one. So yeah, I do have to agree. Does feel a tiny bit weird with all of that, but and also not having a qualifying today. Now I'm just too much used to the sprint format.
Do you know? I've just thought of a new weekend format. You ready for it? Friday, we have an hour and a half's practice session at midday. That's the only session we get. Saturday morning, we have a 30-minute session, and then we have a normal qualifying, and Sunday we have the race. So that's 4 sessions across the 3 days. And if you want to compact it, so we only run Saturday and Sunday, Friday can run for the supports, Saturday can run the practice session and qualifying, Sunday can run the race. Worked in 2020, and Emilia Romagna. Perez goes second, a 1:20.015. 3/10 slower than Max Verstappen at the moment, but with the fastest third sector. Yeah, I know. Megan's just giving me something about a Team LH from Lewis's disqualification at the last race. And he says, breaking. Unfortunately, Lewis has been disqualified from the SGP after his plank was found not to be in compliance with the technical regulations. He has therefore lost his podium finish. Heartbreak emoji. As there is Antonio Perez Garabi as well, Sergio Perez's father. Yusuf Ozturk on Twitter has put, like 2021, the F1 bomb continues. Do you also do these detailed analysis on Max's car? This is an insult to all the spectators who've been watching Hamilton all week. You are never a legitimate government. You are deliberately and intentionally racist. Wow. You're including Charles just so Hamilton won't be the only one. Look, you've made it look like Ferrari is to blame, not just Hamilton. F1 administration is never fair and none. Oh dear. His punctuation and spelling's not great. It's a sin to those two athletes. They spent the whole week doing hundreds of laps and working hard. Their labour is on the neck of the entire F1 management.
Did they read the documents?
No.
That seems like a massive overreaction.
Also, every single one of those people who reply like that have never read the technical delegates regulations, have they?
Yeah, if you read it, it's actually quite fair what happened.
Yeah.
A lot more could have been done.
Yeah.
And plus,
they could have lost the sprint results.
Yeah.
It says in the documents the drivers that were checked were Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, and Hamilton.
Yeah, so Verstappen was checked. Verstappen was looked at. And Verstappen was cleared. So was Lando Norris. 2 of the 4 that were investigated lost it. Personally, I don't know why these checks aren't done in every single car, like they are in the British Touring Car Championship.
This person right here says, I am braking, all 20 cars should be checked at this bumpy circuit. Lewis doesn't deserve this.
Well, in the British Touring Car Championship, every car has to go through the technical checks of ride height and everything to make sure it passes. Josh T, we've seen that several times. Why doesn't Formula One do it? Yeah, why doesn't why doesn't the FIA do those checks that Josh T's seen when he's in the pit lane at Brands, and I've seen when I'm in the pit lane at touring cars?
I will more than happy go and do all the height checks for all the F1 cars. But while we're on the topic of touring car, just quickly, and we're on an ad break for F1, the IndyCar qualifying format, Josh. Thoughts?
Don't like it. There was nothing wrong with a half-an-hour session to begin with. It's making it more complicated for us on a Saturday.
Yes, and it's making it way longer.
Yeah, it's now an hour, isn't it? Which cuts into our time a lot.
I would say more than an hour because there's two groups
of 12 minutes each. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I bet that won't be streamed on ITV. It'll just be on the YouTube channels again. Don't mess up with it. There was nothing wrong with a 30-minute qualifying session because that's when we got to see pure pace.
Right? This
Looks
person
like
put 39 points to Perez now. Absolute joke. No, I'm sorry, though. Not even the winner can get 39 points in one race. What were you talking about?
Sprinting. We had a sprint last weekend, remember?
Yeah, though. Perez wouldn't have been able to get 39 points.
No, he wouldn't. Oh, yes, he would. 25 plus...
He didn't win.
26 plus 12 plus the 5... Yeah, 13. He could have got 39 last week. They were on offer.
But the point is, he didn't.
No, he didn't, no. And the gap between Hamilton and Perez in the standings right now is 39 points.
Maybe that's what they mean. They need to be clearer.
Well, Lewis has got every single chance of taking Perez's second in the title. 4 races remain, of course, this season in Formula One. Here in Mexico, next weekend in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and then a 2-week break before a double season finale in Las Vegas, and then a week later in Abu Dhabi.
I'm sorry, am I the only one that hears that?
It's the Pit Lane channel.
Because it sounds like Chernobyl creatures in Star Trek, the ones who only speak in binary, those ones.
Whatever the ones.
The ones that go into pairs.
Yeah, can't remember the name of them.
It sounds like them.
Théo Pourchaire is done for the session. His car is up on the jacks. I'm just looking out on the Pit Lane channel. And they're taking the floor off as well. So Pourchaire is done. He does not set a time in this session at all. Frederick Vesti is 19th in his first run this season in that Mercedes.
That's their name.
Should have worked it out it was by now, shouldn't I? Because it's been binary.
Yeah.
Yep. So all looking strong. 13 minutes to go then in this session. As we take a look at Alexander Albon, who's out on the circuit, 4th fastest at the moment in this run. I reckon he'll get some decent points this time out. He's been looking strong all year.
30. Okay.
Oh, he's up first exit, Albon, on Verstappen.
Is it okay if I leave like 5 minutes early so I can go to the toilet before watching Ghost?
Yeah. Why, when is Ghost?
At
8:30.
8:30.
You can leave anytime you like. Albon's first sector time looking strong again, Omi. And that Williams looking quite nailed down. It's, what is it now, 7th in the Constructors' Championship at the moment? It's quite a good resurgence under James Vowles as team principal.
Absolutely, and still up there. Just a tiny bit down by 21 thousandths off a second. So it looks like Albon is going to come over the line if he can get a good last sector to possibly go fastest overall. As we now see him make his way through the final corner. I'll just let this lap finish quickly and then I'll speak. He goes behind by nearly a tenth. But yeah, now I'm able to stream the F123 game, Josh.
Are you really?
Yes, so now I don't need to rely on co-commentators appearing now.
Well, I'll be happy to appear anytime, but not recently. It's been a very difficult couple of days. Bernie's down the pits.
Last 10 minutes or so of this session, because I'm told it's a brake-by-wire issue. They've done a lot of investigation around the rear brakes. You can see a lot of the bodywork components off that there now. And now we've got a gearbox trolley out, so it looks like that's going to be a box off. A lot of work going on that. No sign of a driver, so I think that is the end of the session finished.
Oh, that's such a shame. That really is. Kind of, you build yourself up, don't you, for your big moments.
Yeah, so brake-by-wire issue then for Teo Puchet. He's out of it. I suppose, considering how long you are in the bathroom, do you want to leave?
I mean, I could.
You're never on time, so you may as well, because you literally, it's a running joke at the moment. Every time one of us needs to go to the bathroom in the house, guess who's always in the bathroom?
It just gets more constant as the winter comes closer.
Bye-bye. You can go. Moment of the session?
I'll wait until 10 minutes.
Okay, that's 1 minute then.
My moment of the session. Well, outside of watching a race, it was when we looked at the Urban Dictionary. So, inside of the race...
Practice.
Probably trying to figure out what was on the track.
Yeah. Still don't know what it is, it's still there.
Exactly. I don't know.
Alonso's 2 tenths down at the moment on his sector time. Hamilton's looking strong at the exit as he puts the power down. It'll be Jess and Adam in the box for FP2, and we'll send Josh T and Omi down to the pits and then back up again for the practice 3 and quali. See, there's a true F1 fan. Give us a wave. Hello. Yeah, put your glasses on. Hello. Nicely done.
Well, I won't be here for practice stream because now I'm able to stream. Guess what happens in my DM? Can you do this? Can you do that? So.
Yeah, I was putting mine on Do Not Disturb anymore.
My phone's always on silent.
Oh, Alonso got on the curb there, coming to the Forest Sol entry, so he's lost a bit of time. 10 minutes to go. Bye-bye, Megan.
Do you know why my phone's always on silent?
Why?
Because I hate the sound of the apps buzzing.
Yeah.
It annoys me to no end, so I have to have it on silent because I prefer just hearing it vibrate all the way across the room. It just annoys me.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mute before you take your headset off or your deafeners on. Thank you, Megan. Ta-da. Bye-bye. There's Alonso, then Josh T. Just getting on the corner on the exit curve and losing it round a little bit. It's just a small little snap, isn't it? We see that so often here.
Yeah, and there's Vesti coming down the pit lane, then a massive slide.
Yeah.
Trying to warm up the tyres. He was going for a practice starting. So yeah, trying to warm up the tyres. And Norris, does he do the same as Alonso?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be a factor in the race then. Megan's just told me it's raining. Can't hear it, and if I take my headset off the commentary box, so it must be raining quite hard. Reminder for you all that MotoGP is back live this weekend on YouTube for every session going forward. Couldn't do it for free practice 1 because we had, again, problems with the TV pictures. So that's already on. That's online now, but we recorded it and it's been uploaded. The weekend preview for this weekend is on. It wasn't on. We're still having issues. Now, here's the thing. We got into a bit of trouble with the F1 weekend preview from the United States Grand Prix. It got flagged on the upload, so it's currently waiting to be cleared for monetization. If you're wondering where the weekend preview is from COTA a week ago, it has been uploaded, but it's just waiting to be cleared for any copyright issues for some reason. And we tried re-uploading it, it just gets flagged every time. So that's taking its time. We have to re-edit and upload later. But this weekend has gone through without a hitch. So that's already been uploaded now. That's just the drivers' press conference bits and all their little ding-dongs to come into it. And we don't do the weekend review anymore as well. We've tried, but it's just too much. Everyone's exhausted afterwards. And it takes too much time. So next year we're going to sort of roll it out that we do a bit of a highlight package as well coming in. We're going to get some editors in to edit down the weekend. So basically on Monday nights, you can join us for the Grand Prix highlights, which will show highlights from every other race that weekend on the Formula 1 package. We'll have the F1 highlights, F2, F3, F1 Academy, and Porsches will all sort of get put together in a highlights package. And even the other breaking news will be recorded and voiced over and added on afterwards as well. So that's sort of what's coming next year for the F1 side of things. No need to do that in MotoGP and Moto2, Moto3. Because alongside that, throughout the week next year, we'll have little update shows. So there'll be like a Ted's Notebook style. And it's you've heard it before. It's called the Grand Review. It's returning, but now as a all motorsport series, where we'll talk latest stuff from everything in MotoGP 2, 3, everything that's breaking news, anything happened, just motorsport stories. So that'll be a little bit of a sit-down podcast style show. As Behrman has a little bit of a wide, and we're also trying to get a podcast out for next year as well. Not where we'll have different members of the team hosting different episodes and talking with different people. A bit like how BBC Radio 5 Live has the Checkered Flag podcasts. That's what we're going to try and have, so we don't have to always be on camera. Because quite a lot of it, I'm sure guys you understand as well, quite a lot of the problems we have is that we always have to have our cameras on, so we always have to be dressed and ready and everything. And it does take a lot to get all our equipment on. Whereas with podcasts, we can just stick on an audio recorder. We've all got great microphones and handhelds and the radio mics. So we'll just do it like that. So next year we'll have a podcast style, basically.
Podcast mic is ready and waiting.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what next year's going to be. Omi's got his hand. He's in his hand right now, Omi. There it is. So yeah. So there's a lot more going on next year. There's a lot more plans next year for it all to be refined, and as well as Lando Norris getting stuck behind, I believe, Max Verstappen. Is it Max? Yeah, it is Max Verstappen. Look, side by side, they're still stuck together because Verstappen goes back ahead of him into turn 4. Oh, Verstappen went off. Oh, is it Checo? It's Checo. I saw the one on the side of the car. I'm not surprised Checo making a mistake, to be fair. We should have known it wasn't Max. Has anyone else noticed as well? The race control messages aren't working.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've only had 2 off track in this session, and that's Sainz and Norris. No one else has gone off, but we've seen with our eyes people going off the track. 5 minutes to go. Yeah. Also, I'm not hosting as much next year. I know it's my own channel, but I get very tired. So yeah, there's going to be other hosts, other things doing, and actual race meetings I completely miss as well. So like not Formula 1 related, but things like IndyCar when they clash with NASCAR. NASCAR, so as we already know, that's sort of going with USON and us. That's going to be touring cars. Yeah, there's going to be some rounds I miss of touring cars, I think, fully, where we'll handle that together as I get it all sorted. It's just going to be different next year as we do a lot more. It's going to be a little bit better. Oh look, there's where that debris ended up. Looks like a metal claw, doesn't it? It's just sort of blown across the track. Actually, it looks like a bit of piping, doesn't it, from the engine cover?
Possibly, yeah.
Like a tin foil thing.
Hulkenberg comes down, 215 miles per hour, 346 kilometres an hour across the speed trap. Absolutely incredible speeds here.
Yeah.
At the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
Lot of stuff from there as Hulkenberg continues on. A lot of pace into turn 4 and 5. He's 21 thousandths off of Verstappen on the soft tyre, so the softs are the ones to be on at the moment. It's track temperature at 46 degrees, air temperature at 24. So definitely a big improvement. Oh yeah, and next year as well in first practice, or second practice depending on when it is for sprint weekends. A bit like how Sky does, where they get Rachel or Nat to commentate on the first session. I'll be disappearing for the odd practice session, and everyone on the team will get a crack at leading a session next year in F1. That's basically what I want to do. Sort of relieve the pressure. So like Megan, Jess, you owe me, you Josh as well, Adam as well, Tom, Ed, everyone and everyone else everyone else who will get a crack at leading this session. Richie, even if he wants to run it, I know he's always liking the co-com role. But yeah, just everyone sort of getting a chance to lead a session on something. So I have
Albon still up with Verstappen, 95 thousandths behind Verstappen is Alex Albon. He's fast in that Williams. Here's Hulkenberg, where he made the mistake.
A little bit of a twitch. Oh, he's locked up again. It's just that snapper oversteer, isn't it, Omi, as well? He just goes straight on.
Yeah, absolutely. Just straight on there. Macari.
Was that...
Hulkenberg, sorry.
Was that maybe he was too focused on the Aston Martin in front?
Took his eye line away, didn't it? Just threw it on. Look at that.
Look at that, Lando Norris.
Led 21 laps for the United States Grand Prix compared to just 6 laps in the rest of the 2020 season combined. 2023 season. Lando's amazing from last weekend. He should have won. Should have won at COTA.
Yeah.
That strategy cost him big time. Love hearing
and I
that.
think Lando knows it as well.
Yeah. Should have boxed earlier, then got caught out by Red Bull undercutting that same strategy. No safety car either last time out, so it affected the long run that they wanted to go on softs.
I think Lando Norris will win from a safety car.
Yeah.
I think that's where his first win will come from.
Why have I got a feeling Vegas?
Because we've all been saying that Max isn't going to win in Vegas.
Yeah. Don't know if it's manifesting, but I don't know if Vegas. It's the great unknown, so I think it's a track that will benefit the McLarens more.
I wish Vegas wasn't on that weekend.
Yeah.
And also, there's a very long straight in Vegas, so it will be interesting to see how the Red Bulls are. But also,
it's cold as
keep
well.
an eye on the Williams of Alex Albon in the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Norris goes 4th for 122.49.
I think actually it is actually going to be one of the coldest Grand Prix on record. Somebody get up what was the coldest Grand Prix, because the Nevada desert, it's only going to be like 10 degrees, isn't it, at night? So it is going to be a really cold Grand Prix. Wonder what the coldest is. Check a flag. Oh, wow, okay.
Right now, as it stands, I'll be watching the race, not qualifying.
Yeah.
As well.
Busy.
Because I'm off this another series that's on.
Yep.
Instead.
I know where you are. Macau.
Yes.
Still don't know whether or not we're broadcasting Macau. I hope we can find a way, but it's so tricky with Vegas now.
If you're not doing it, then can I do it?
Yeah, sure. If you want to do it, you can do it. Yeah. Get your
If you don't take it, then I'll do it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Oh, take it. We'll get some co-coms too if you want as well. But yeah, checker flags out. Everyone's started to take it. The first one was Stroll. So the first hour of practice done. No big crescendo. It's just back to the normal days. Practice 2 later on at 11 o'clock UK time until midnight.
Yeah, Perez is on a lap, but it's 3.4, nearly 3.5 seconds off. He's coming out of the Forest Stadium now.
Perez, will he go any closer to the Williams of Alexander Albon? Answer, no. So, Williams, at the moment, are the second fastest team. And I reckon that could be close to genuine, you know.
Yes.
The low? This is quite interesting. And that's the first time I remember Albon being that high, not in a wet session. In a proper dry practice, he's second. It's like the old days. Verstappen and Albon 1-2. Very good. Practice start time then here. Everyone's taking the flag. They'll line up on the grids. And it's a Stroll, Ricciardo and Verstappen coming up there. Then it's Ocon, Sargent, Hülkenberg and Sainz. Through the Forest Sol Stadiums, there's Alexander Albon. Following Lewis Hamilton at the moment. And yeah, Piastri will be the last one to do a practice start. Stroll's left the grid. All looked okay. Then Ricciardo, Verstappen's dropped it. Ocon coming through. Here's Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah, best day of my life, mate. That was incredible.
Yeah, good job, man. Good job. Hamilton
Thank
behind you.
Isaac Hadjar likes it. Not doing a practice start.
Do you think he enjoyed that?
I think he did, just a little bit. That's Porsche looking. Wishing he could have done something, but no time set with that floor issue. His time will come. Can't believe they've kept Zhou and Bottas though. Porsche needs a seat in F1.
Yeah, he's been incredibly strong throughout his career. Runner-up, obviously, in the Formula 3 Championship to Oscar Piastri in 2020.
That does look like a bit of piping.
Yeah.
Well,
Behrman on pole.
But he's been consistent in all of them. That's one thing.
Behrman on pole. Hamilton alongside him. Lights out. Race on. And Hamilton gets a very poor getaway. It's almost like he didn't take the lights out seriously.
Behrman's got it.
871 metres. The run down to turn 1 from pole position. Very important to take pole here with the slipstream runs. Here's the results then from the first practice session for the Mexico City Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is the fastest. Alexander Albon, genuine pace. He's P2. Sergio Perez goes 3rd. Lando Norris is 4th. Charles Leclerc 5th. Oscar Piastri 6th. Carlos Sainz is 7th. Danny Ricciardo 8th. Esteban Ocon 9th. Lance Stroll rounds out the top 10. Lewis Hamilton is 11th. Nico Hülkenberg 12th. Zhou Guanyu is 13th, Logan Sargent 14th, Oliver Behrman 15th, best of the rookies, Adam Alonso 16th, Isaac Hadjar 17th, Jack Doohan 18th, Frederick Vesti 19th, and Theo Pourchaire takes 20th. So, back up in the combox after that first session. Let's get the thoughts of our team. Starting with you, Omi, what did you make of first practice?
Yeah, definitely a very, very interesting first practice, but definitely also a bit boring at times as well, as obviously we still have 2 more practice sessions, so a bit weird to get used to after obviously 2 sprint weekends, and we have a sprint weekend next week as well. But I'm hoping that I'm back in time as well to watch the race start, because just like Sochi, one thing I always enjoy about it, as I've mentioned here previously on JB Motorsport, is the long run down towards turn 1, and usually at Mexico. It can also be the only excitement you get in the race from recent years, where it can usually quiet down a bit. So I'm teaching a science lesson again, which ends exactly when lights out is. So I'll be able to make it in Austin, but I'm going to have to rush even more to make it for lights out here in Mexico.
We should, like with Tony Jardine, who was ITV F1's pundit and BBC F1 pit reporter for a time, we should call you Teach, Omi, if you're teaching science lessons as well. So well done, Omi. Josh T, what have you made of that session?
Yeah, a good session. Really unfortunate for Theo Pourchaire, not able to get proper running out on track. An amazing practice start, must I say, from Oliver Behrman. He has some talent, and he should be in Formula 1 in the next couple of years. Maybe at the 2026 or before, we'll have to see. But yeah, definitely deserves an F1 seat, does Oliver Behrman. Some good performance from the other Formula 2 drivers, and I think Isaac Hadjar did enjoy his time in the F1 car. Practice 2 later. Let's see what happens there.
Thanks for your company, Josh. Thanks for your company, Omi. Thanks to Megan as well. And thanks to all of you at home. We'll be back later on then at 10:45 p.m. British summer time as well for the second practice session. All the live streams for this weekend are available to set the reminder for. And please do subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Every single one of you are loved and appreciated. Thanks for your company. We'll see you later for practice 2 here at Mexico City, where we go race simulation time for the first time at practice 2 in over a month. So join us. It'll be fun. See you later. Bye-bye.